606-785-3158.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Kristen. Are you looking for the ultimate back-to-school upgrade? Appalachian Wireless is offering you the Samsung S25 or the iPhone 16, or how about an iPad on us? Sign up for an Appalachian Wireless Advantage plan or renew your line of service. Or how about just coming in to see how you can qualify? These are perfect for school, work, or play, but hurry. These deals won't last long. Visit your Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Good times, good food, and good people at the Goal Line Bar and Grill. Come try their daily lunch specials as well as the best steak in Hazard as voted by the people. Looking for something fun to do? Hit up the tables and the dartboard. Also, trivia night every Tuesday evening. Goal Line has all your favorite big sports events on the big screen. There's something for everyone at Goal Line. Goal Line Bar and Grill in Hazard.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, MAT program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The Law Office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
20th one hour out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught it to 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
School's in session, and so are the savings at Appalachian Wireless. Right now, get an iPhone 14 for just $1. Yes, that's just $1 when you trade in any eligible device or sign up today for an unlimited or mix and match plan with a 2-year agreement. It's the perfect way to head back to school with the latest tech without breaking the bank. Hurry, this offer ends August 31st or while supplies last. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web at appalachianwireless.com because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Kristen. Are you looking for the ultimate back-to-school upgrade? Appalachian Wireless is offering you the Samsung S25 or the iPhone 16, or how about an iPad on us? Sign up for an Appalachian Wireless Advantage plan or renew your line of service. Or how about just coming in to see how you can qualify? These are perfect for school, work, or play, but hurry. These deals won't last long. Visit your Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Welcome, Hometown 24 fans of volleyball, as we bring you the Bank of Hindman 53rd District battle between Knott County Central and the Jenkins Lady Cavaliers. And we're here at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex, B.B. King Court, and it's Manus Blair joined by Betty Vaughn Cottle. And we've got the JV game first, and we're going to do the JV game, and then we're going to follow with the varsity, Betty Vaughn. So how you doing tonight, Betty?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
We're going to talk a lot about different things and during the JV, and we're going to talk about some games that were played last night, some games that were played are going to be played tonight, and how the teams are rounding out since the last time we met last Tuesday at Richard M. Nixon Coliseum over at Hyden, Kentucky. It's not really a Coliseum, it's the center over there. So a lot to talk about in volleyball, and not only volleyball on the high school level, but volleyball on the college level if you watch volleyball this past weekend. So a lot of good stuff happening in volleyball on both levels. And as you may see, talking to Coach Cornett beforehand, and we probably more than likely we'll see 4 officials, and that's only in district games. Didn't know that till I talked to Coach Cornett. So I guess that was a thing that when the 53rd district met, they decided they needed 4 officials. So,
but, you know, in a way that keeps students from calling the line.
And that's and thank you for bringing that up. And that allows parents to be able to watch the game without having to worry about calling the JV or varsity games, and it cuts down on any inclination of maybe someone's favoring one or the other. So
exactly,
it's a good idea.
Not that people do that.
Yeah. But, you know, at the same token, you know, it puts a little bit of a strain on hosting teams because they do have to pay all 4 officials. But at the same token, as we're getting ready to play the JV game, once again, we're going to do the JV game first, and it's going to be followed by the varsity game. And we'll keep mentioning that. And the Jenkins Lady Cavaliers will be serving first, and I'll have to kind of look through my roster occasionally to see who is doing that. But we'll figure them all out as we go through. And there's going to be a hit down and nice up. And it's going to be a touch.
Somebody was in the net.
And that was, looks like it was
15
for Jenkins.
LaShawna Hall.
LaShawna Hall.
And if you look at the Jenkins roster, they're very young. I think they only have 2 seniors. They're loaded with 7th grade, 8th grade freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. So.
And that means that the coaching staff at Jenkins, Coach Wilder and Coach Sturgill, are building from the ground up. And, you know, we'll be talking about their varsity stuff, but we're going to look at some of the JV players and the up-and-coming players and kind of highlight them a little bit as we go through.
Because that makes your varsity team.
Yep. And you can see the numbers down here on Jenkins' bench and the numbers on Knott County's bench, and that says a whole lot about each program, and you have young ladies that want to be a part of a winning team.
True.
And we'll get to see who's serving here for Jenkins. It's 1-1, by the way. And it's a nice up that time by Jenkins.
You know, when you set up this high, you can really see how that defense works.
Yeah, it's just like in any kind of sport, all people have to be moving at all times. And that's going to be a joust, and that's going to be put down. I believe that's by Lily, number 99. Is that correct?
Yes.
Abigail Lilly of Jenkins with the kill. I remember Abigail from last year. 2-1 Jenkins, nice up that time, and that nice up, and that's number 17, Parker Hampton.
And while you're talking, even sitting here looking at Knott, Knott has 4 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, 4 freshmen, and an 8th grader on their varsity team.
That's number 3 for Knott County serving, and that was Kaylee King. And Kaylee plays a lot on the varsity team. Is really their best server on the varsity team. (3-2) Knott County Central. I have to kind of look at the numbers each time. I did not study the JV team today. And that's going to be an overpass, and Lily with a kill, and that's a point for Jenkins, 3-3. We are in the first set of the JV game. Bringing you a little bit of bonus coverage of the JV. The varsity will follow on the Bank of Heineman volleyball game of the week. Nice serve that time. Able to get it across. Jenkins will have a free ball. And that was Bailey, who is the libero. And that's a nice slam and the kill for Jenkins. And that was Lily once again.
Yeah, so she will continue to work. She will be a real, just making her game stronger and stronger.
You know,
and she's beginning to be able to move the ball in the middle.
Yep.
Which makes it much harder to play her.
Nice back set, but it's going to go long. Setter for Knott County Central, that is Presley Kraft. She is a 7th grader.
And you have Isabella Holbrook serving for Jenkins, and she's a junior. She's got a nice little drop.
And Lily with a slam, and that's going to be a point. Straight down, 6-3 Jenkins.
And Jenkins' libero Addie Bailey is only an 8th grader. She's going to be a real libero hitter. She's got a real sense for the game.
And it did not cross, and that'll be a point for Knott County. And Addie is, you all out there know him. Her father is Winston Lee, and he's sitting right down front. We might get a chance to talk with Coach Lee.
She may not want everybody to know that.
No, she loves her dad.
Yeah, but she's just she's a good athlete.
Yeah. And that's going to be an overpass, and it's a nice block by Lily.
See, she does stuff that is hard to do, and it's natural for Abby to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reactive to it. 6-5 Jenkins. And serving, I'll try to get the numbers here. And that's number 21 for Knott County. And that is Callie Sims, a 9th grader.
Yes.
Kraft with a back set. Kraft, that's a block by Lily. And you know, it says a whole lot when you got a bunch of 7th and 8th and 9th graders playing a lot of minutes on the JV as well as the varsity.
And let me tell you, this little number 20, Riley Kraft, is an 8th grader from Knott County. She's left-handed, and you're going to hear her name called.
Yep. Plays without fear, even as an 8th grader.
Yes, and she gets on that varsity team, and you would never be able to tell that she's an 8th grader.
That's another point for Jenkins, 8-5, and I'm trying to get the Knott County Central's libero, and it's number 19. That's Emily Waddell. I thought that was her. She's a 9th grader, and that goes into the net. Serving that time was number 15, LaShawna Hall for Jenkins, and she'll be going out, and coming in will be Gabrielle Eldridge. And for Knott County, number 16 will be coming out. That is Selena Sparkman.
And you have Avery Combs going in
we'll try to mention every name as we come in and out, and I'm sure both coaches will be freely substituting as much as they can. That's what JV's all about.
You have to learn how to play the game.
Got to play it. Nice up that time by number 12, Bella Lucas. Into the middle, and that's going to be Hammond, I believe, and that's going to be called out, and that'll be a point Jenkins. 9-6 Jenkins.
Okay, for Jenkins, you have number 17 replacing the libero, and that is Parker Hampton.
And nice serve that time by Lily, and that will be 10-6 Jenkins.
Yeah, both of these teams have young players, which means they have a bright future.
Just got to keep working.
Yeah.
A serve, and it's going to be up, and they're going to be a free ball for Jenkins.
That was a nice up by...
And that's number 23, Jordan White. Nice set, and that's going to go a little bit long. It'll be point Jenkins, 11-6. And like Betty Bunn said, Jenkins essentially has only 2 or 3 girls that don't play both JV and varsity. Nice play that time by number 12, Bella Lucas.
Yes, and she's only a sophomore.
Kraft with a short set, but there was number 36, Amanda Brewer. And mistimed that one, and that'll be a point for Knott County. And Parker Hampton is a 7th grader for Jenkins. I don't know, can't remember if it said that or not.
You have number 15 from Knott County, Danny McAlarness is coming in. She's an 8th grader.
And, of course, Danny will be the starting point guard for Knott County Central and her mother this year on the varsity team. Love to see people playing more than one sport. Point Knott County. All kinds of different muscles used in different places, but depending on the sport. But it all helps. And that is Kraft is serving. And, of course, if you haven't figured out, she is a left-hander. And that's a nice serve. Had the old top spin on it. Of course, we failed to mention that number 5 is Aiden Conley, and she is the setter for the JV team. Nice job at number 4 for Jenkins. That is Eldridge. And Jenkins fans getting right into this. Want a call on that one. They thought it was a double hit or a lift, not a double hit, and that's going to go out of bounds. Point to Jenkins. 12-9, Jenkins.
We have 0, Haley Cornett coming in the ball game for
I think it's
Riley Kraft.
Yep. So I think I'll see if we've got a mention on everybody here in a second.
That was a nice serve by Amanda Brewer.
And that one's going into the net. That'll be a point for Jenkins, 13-9. Want to give a shout out to Mr. Ryan Farmer. I'm sure that Ryan is tuning in tonight. He tunes into everything on Hometown 24. And that's going to be an overpass, and it's going to go across, and it's point Knott County Central, 13-10 Jenkins, first set of the JV game.
We have number 2 for Knott County, Kinley Baker.
I believe we've gotten everybody from Knott County. And that's going to be a nice serve by Kinley, who plays a lot of varsity play as well. 13-11 Jenkins. get well wishes out to Mr. C.J. Howard. Hope he's down in the Frankfurt, and hopefully you getting well, C.J. Nice serve, and it's going to be point Knott County Central, 13-12, Jenkins.
Yes, number 2, which is Kenley Baker.
Normally wears 10, but I think she's going to wear 2 even tonight in the varsity game, according to Coach Cornett. Another good serve, and it's going to be a free ball for Knott County Central. Baker to Conley, and it's going to be all the way across by Combs. And that's going to go across. Nice rally. Hampton across. Conley, nice call by Baker. And that's going to be Combs. Oh, good scramble by Jenkins. Oh, Betts, we got it going now.
Now this has been a nice volley right here. Addie reads the ball really well. Jenkins is a little libero.
And once again, finally, Combs finds it, nestles in the middle there, scores the point and ties it up 13-all for Knott County Central.
Now that was a good volley.
Yep, and Kraft will come in and Combs will go out for Knott County Central. I think we've about got everybody, and I think the coaching staff's about got everybody in, and that's going to be a service error.
Yes, Kraft is a 7th grader. Now Kraft is coming out and Combs is going in.
Yep. And let's see, we've got number 9, I don't believe. No, we have not mentioned Chloe Sexton.
No, I think she's just new coming into the game.
Yep. I think it's everybody's on the floor we've mentioned. That's going to be out, and that's going to be a point Jenkins, 15-13.
And Chloe is only a sophomore, and I like her positive attitude. She just works hard every ball.
Good serve.
That was a nice serve.
Nice job by Baker getting it up. McAlarnitz down the middle, and that's going to be a miss hit by Holbrook, and that's going to be point, Knott County Central. 16 in for 5. That was Sparkman.
You know, Jordan White is only a freshman, and she has good hands.
Yeah. Kind of mentioned a little bit here of the games also taking place throughout our region. And that's going to be a point for Jenkins, 16-14. Tonight we've got Breathitt Counties at Wolfe County. We have Buckhorn at Morgan County, JBS at Owsley, Lee County at Jackson. We have Cumberland Homeschool at Leslie County, and we'll be talking a little bit about Leslie County. Letcher Central's at Hazard, Purry Central's at Pike Central, Powell County's at Trinity Christian. So that's the 14th region teams that are playing tonight. A lot of games going on a Tuesday night.
And Knott County has number 8, Presley Kraft. She's only a 7th grader setting for their JV team.
Kraft with a cut shot. Bailey hits it up. Nice job. Good job by King in the back. And that's a push by Lily.
That was a smart play.
Yep. And then that deep coffin corner of the Sparkman with the kill, and that's going to tie it up.
That's the spot on the floor, those corners.
It's hard to get to that one that paints both lines, the back line and the side line. King with the serve, Bailey with the nice up. Kraft going across, but there's Lily, and she's going to tip it back across, and it will be point Jenkins at 17-16.
See, that's what's making Abby's game better, is she's beginning to move the ball left and right now.
Well, and she realized in that situation that everybody had converged in the middle and then hit it back.
Exactly.
Hit it back across rather than straight down.
Yeah, that's what you've got to be able to get up there and see the floor.
Holbrook with a nice knuckleball serve. Kraft over to Kraft. Conley with a nice call. To Lily, and it's not a cross, and it's going to be a point, Knott County Central, 17-17.
That's one of those balls you're standing there and you jump straight up. And because you're jumping sideways, it shortens your arm. We have number 21, Callie Sims, serving for Knott County.
And that's going to be a point, Knott County. And you know, Betty Vaughn, I come from the old days of volleyball where everybody served underhand.
Yeah.
And now if you serve underhand, you'll get scowls from the crowd even. So that's we talk about involvement. That's going to be a point for Jenkins, and that ties it up at 18 apiece.
Somebody was there was a parent talking the other day, and they said one of my girls years ago that scored was probably one of my leading scorers served underhanded.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just because she served and kept the ball in bounds.
Yeah, right. And kept it going, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. But in high-level volleyball, you've got to, you know, you got to put pressure on the receiving team, and teams throughout have done that now.
That was number 15, LaShawna Hall. Yep.
I'm about to get them all, Betty Vaughn.
And Gabby Eldridge is replacing LaShawna in the back.
Okay.
And it's 19-19.
And we are in set number 1 of the JV, and
it's been a good game.
Yeah, and it's
we have Aiden Conley, number 5 for Knott County serving.
And thank you for tuning in, Hometown 24, as we bring you a little bonus coverage of the JV game before the varsity game. And that's going to be a point for Knott County Central, and Conley will serve again at 20-19 in set 1. They play 2 out of 3 in JV, so we won't be going to 3 out of 5. Eldridge will get it across, called by Waddell. Pushed by Kraft into the middle, but Eldridge steps up to White. Lily back over the top for the point, ties it up at 20 apiece. Big district game for Jenkins and Knott County Central. Knott County Central, of course, is 1-0 after defeating June Buchanan this week. Nice serve by Lily, and that's going to put Jenkins ahead 21-20.
And Jordan White here for Jenkins, number 23. Like I said, she's only a freshman, but she has very good hands to be a freshman.
And has good size for a setter.
Yeah, she looks like an athlete.
Yep. And this is a game point, or set point. Kraft will push it to Lily, to White, back to Lily, and she will hit it behind the 3-meter line.
That was a smart play by Lily. She's deep, just to get the ball in.
And that was a smart play, but King was ready for it there.
Yeah.
Kraft with a cut, and it's going to be...
It's going to be out. It hit the pole.
Hit the antenna. And official Turner is trying to get everybody's attention. She was waving it like crazy.
I thought she was going to run all the way up to the net.
And that will end set number 1 for Jenkins. And when we come back, we'll move on to set 2 in the JV match. So stay with us here on Hometown 24.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
And welcome back to Knott County Central High School as we will Hometown 24 presents to you on the Bank of Hyman Game of the Week, Jenkins Cavaliers and Knott County Central in the 53rd District volleyball game. We're giving you a little bit of bonus coverage, as we've said, on the JV game. Jenkins won 22-20 in set number 1. And I believe Jenkins, yes, they are keeping the same group. And it's first set, once again, Jenkins 22-20. Knott County Central will serve to start set number 2.
And we have Holbrook, Parker, White, Brewer, Lilly, and Eldridge. And then we have the libero, Bailey, who is getting ready to sub in. And for Knott County,
let's see, we have 3-8-2.
Okay, Kaylee King, Presley Craft,
Kenley Baker.
Baker.
And 20, 16, and 21.
Okay, number 20 is Kraft, 16 is Sparkman, and number
21
is Sims.
Yep. And King's going to start off set number 2. And I think we pretty much acknowledged everybody that's been in the game, I think. Thank you
But
once
that's
again
what
for
they
joining us.
Yeah, they deserve it. They need their name mentioned so their parents and grandparents, aunts and uncles.
And if you're tuning in and you know of any of these people's people, then tell them we're doing the JV game right now. So have them share, like, do something, holler at them. And that's going to be a illegal contact, and that's point is going to go to Jenkins. And thank everybody that tuned in on our big golf special and at the Hazard Country Club. I'm just now getting my voice back after speaking for 5 hours.
We have White serving and Hall replaced Brewer.
Kraft knocks it across.
Replaced Eldridge.
And that's going to be off of Sparkman and down on her side, but that's a point for Jenkins, 2-0 Jenkins. And White will go back to serve.
And that was Parker Hampton. She is a 7th grader.
And these girls playing in 7th, 8th is only going to help them in middle school volleyball. And that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. 2-1.
And like I said, Knott County's setter is number 8, Presley Craft, and she is only a 7th grader.
Nice serve that time. And Sparkman's going to be called for locking on to it a
she
little
understands that if her hands go behind her ears, that's a carry.
Yep. And her hands were too far apart.
Right.
In that situation as well. She did have thumb to thumb. She just had a little bit too much area in between there. Nice serve. And Baker, it's an overpass, but it's going to count as a point. And I believe that was Hampton, wasn't it?
It was Hampton.
And that's just like a line drive in the scorebook, isn't it, Betty Vaughn?
It is.
A point's a point is a point.
All right.
41, Jenkins, speaking about points. Jenkins won the first set, trying to close it out in this second set. And Baker's going to knock it across to Holbrook. And it's Lilly in the middle, and it's going to roll, and go over the top. Point Jenkins, 5-1.
I like Emily Waddell, the little libero for Knott County. To be just a 9th grader, she has a real sense for the floor and the ball.
Yep. And Hammond comes in for Sparkman for Knott County Central. And as you mentioned her name, she takes care of business. Nice look that time by Kraft. That was a smart play.
It was.
So that's point Knott County Central. Caught Knott County Central creeping up to the 3-meter line. She went over top in the far corner.
We have Aiden Conley and Avery Combs coming in for Knott County.
5-2 Jenkins, set number 2. And it's going to be, I think they may have been an inadvertent whistle. And there was an inadvertent whistle, so they'll replay it. Sometimes I've done that in my past life of refereeing, blow the whistle anticipating.
Yeah, I think you look and think that ball's not going to be played, and then they some way will get a hand on it.
Bailey with the up. Lily pushes to the middle of the floor. Baker, cross back to Baker, and it's not going to cross, and it's going to be point Jenkins, 6-2 Jenkins.
You know, that was a good play by Lily, but when you're free balling, you're going to free ball, but you want a free ball to make them move to the ball. You're going to try to score. You're not going to score every time, but you want a free ball to an empty spot on the floor.
And Holbrook served before the whistle, or you want to get it to the setter on the first hit.
True.
Which is really going to throw everything out of system, especially in JV. Nice double block by Knott County. Kraft gets it across, back to Lily in the middle, and it's not going to cross, and it'll be point Knott County Central. And Holbrook's going to go out, and in comes number 12, Lucas.
Yes.
For Jenkins. Nice up by Bailey. Hall, it does not cross, and that'll be a point Knott County Central. I thought it had enough top spin it was going to roll over, but it didn't. 6-4 Jenkins, set 2. Nice serve that time by Kraft, and that'd be a service ace, 6-5 Jenkins.
Candace Sturgill's calling a timeout. She says she's seen enough now.
And
2 points is enough.
And we're going to take a break. So stay with us. We're going to take a 30-second break.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Welcome back to Knott County Central, campus of Knott County Central, as we bring you a 53rd District battle between the Jenkins Lady Cavaliers and the Knott County Central Lady Patriots. This is the JV game, and we're in set number 2. Jenkins won set number 1, 22-20. As we're in the second set, Jenkins is ahead 6-5 after the timeout, and Kraft will serve for Knott County Central. And that was a nice serve, handled, and it's going to be a free ball as Bailey knocks it across, and it's going to go out of bounds. Point Jenkins. 7-5 Jenkins.
Yeah, I don't think Kraft knew exactly where she was at on the floor. You know, if it's close, I'm sure they've been coached to, if it's close, you play it.
Yep, and if it's a dangerous play, at what point do you call it as official, Betty Vaughn? I don't really know this answer. You know, at what point do you call it a dangerous play and you go ahead and blow your whistle? Or do you blow your whistle as an official in that situation?
I'm saying if you're close and you see that they're going to make contact with, you know, it's non-movable, then you automatically just blow it dead.
And of course, Knott Central with a new scoreboard in there, it doesn't take up as much space there that it once did, the old wooden one that they had before. Baker with a serve, and it's going to be a service ace. Point Knott County, 8-6. Of course, we mentioned everybody that's playing tonight and kind of mention about who played last night here in a second. Nice up by Bailey across. Smart play, but they was there. White tried to snooker them. McElharnitz with a two-hand push, and she will nope, that wasn't McElharnitz. That was Combs, excuse me. And that's going to tie it up at 8-8. Baker once again to serve. And once again he hits the net, but there's Bailey to get it this time. Lily cuts it back across. Baker back, and it's hit deep that time by King. We got a rally going, Betty Vaughn.
That was a good free ball. That ball was deep to a corner. It made everybody move. That was a nice shot.
And that's a good cut shot that time by King for the point. And that will make it 9-7 Knott County Central. And Baker to serve.
She has a nice jump serve.
And she served the first two times. She served it a little bit short. The third time, she put a little bit more mustard on it.
Yeah.
Makes it 10-7 Knott County Central. Comes across, but there's Baker to get it. Back set to Combs, and it's going to be point Knott County Central. Knott County Central kind of getting a little bit of rhythm going here in this second set.
They are, and Jenkins is more of watching the ball right now instead of moving to the ball.
And nice look that time in the back that time by
Baker just
Lucas.
got under the ball and it kept rising.
Lucas with a good eye in the back, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. Lily to serve for Jenkins. Call by King. Free ball for Jenkins. A push, but there in the back was Cornet.
That was a nice push by White. She's trying to
and
get the
that's
ball.
going to be a point for Knott County Central.
There's that shot, those corner shots.
And Coach Sturgill reminding her back line not to keep pushing on up.
Well, I think it's what they're watching, and when you see a girl pushing, you should automatically fall back, and they're not falling back.
In other words, they're growing roots or watching the ball.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
That's it. Thank you.
Bailey with it up. White. And it doesn't cross, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central, making it 13-8. Kraft to serve. Point Jenkins is 13-9, Knott County Central. Trying to get a high five from the daughter of Winston Lee, and she would not get it, and that's smart. Don't deal with strangers. Nice up, going across, and they will get it across.
That was a nice free ball.
And
it was deep.
Deep down the middle, and that's going to be tapped, but it's going to be a point for Knott County Central, making it 14-9.
Addie was caught a little bit on her heels that time.
It was one of them sequoia trees that's gradually falling. She planted her roots instead of moving on through the ball. King with a serve, and it's going to be nice play that time, but you cannot handle it, and it's point Knott County Central. We're in set number 2. Jenkins won the first set, 22-20. 15-9 in the second set as King will serve once again. Bailey with a nice pass. Holbrook pushes, but there's Kraft.
She's trying to get it opened up.
Waddell with it. Back to Kraft over the top, but I think we had a net violation prior. And yes, we do on Jenkins, 16-9 as King will continue to serve. And that one's going to float, but it was going to be in, I believe. White trying to catch him a little bit off. Kraft with a hit. Nice boundary. And it's going to go out. Point, Knott County Central, 17-9. They've won this group tonight's got to make up a lot of space for that Leslie Knott County. Oh, and that's going to be a service ace as it floated, 18-9. If we can have the atmosphere and the play that we had from last Tuesday, I will probably go ahead and retire.
Yeah, that was unreal.
Had a lot of people come up and talk to me about it at the football game at Knott County, and even though Knott County got beat, the Knott County fans said it was a really good environment.
It really was.
And that's going to be a net violation on Jenkins. Point, Knott County Central, 19-9. And once again, as we always say, if you can't watch us on the Hometown 24, come watch it live. And that's going to be a service error, 19-10, Knott County Central. And Lucas is going to come, or Hall's going to come in for Eldridge, I believe. Yes. Jenkins to serve. And that's going to be Wyatt. Nice floater. King to Kraft. Saw the 7th grader take over there, but the Kraft hits it in the net. That's a point for Jenkins.
Number 8 has her hands to be a 7th grader. They're pretty strong. That's a pretty good set.
Hits it back across. Kraft draws it, but there's Bailey. Holbrook tries to push it down, but it was double block. Kraft with a set, goes across. That one had odd spin on it. And that's going to ease over, but there was Hammond to get under it. Nice bump set. Hammond's going to score the point.
And if you notice, both teams are using their libero as the second setter. If their setter gets the first ball, that libero automatically becomes that setter.
And that's good system play. 20-11, and this will be set point for Knott County. And that's going to be point Knott County, and that's going to end the second set 21-11. And when we come back, we'll go to set 3 in the JV game from Knott County Central. So stay with us.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Got a setter and how they can.
Good times, good food, and good people at the Goal Line Bar and Grill. Come try their daily lunch specials as well as the best steak in Hazard as voted by the people. Looking for something fun to do? Hit up the tables and the dartboard. Also, trivia night every Tuesday evening. Goal Line has all your favorite big sports events on the big screen. There's something for everyone at Goal Line. Goal Line Bar and Grill in Hazard.
Okay, welcome back to the campus of Knott County Central, Morton Combs Athletic Complex, as we will move to set number 3 between Jenkins and Knott County Central. Both have split, of course, and Vedivon, you mentioned earlier about a setter and having strong. How do you, for all those girls out there listening that wants to be a setter or is a setter, how can they improve their hands or the strength in their fingers or their wrist or whatever?
Well, you can go buy all these nice big materials, but, you know, with us, Kevin and I, we use tennis balls. You get those tennis balls and you squeeze them all the time, and, yeah, your wrist gets sore. We had our setters, you know, just hitting straight off the wall real quick, reactions with your wrist. Of course, you know, we done push-ups and just anything that was to make each part of their body stronger. But you can see it. And the big thing is their body has to be under, that you can't be your body looking left and you sitting right, you know.
Yeah.
So as long as your body's got to be, it's just like a hitter. You've got to have that body set. That's going to be your platform to push that ball off.
So, in other words, I'm not going to go out and buy $599 worth of equipment.
There's no need.
So I can go down to the nearest tennis court and find balls that's in the grass.
Exactly. Find you an old ball. Take it up there. Use it.
So there you go. You ladies out there, or you guys for boys volleyball. I keep forgetting about the boys volleyballs and everything, but, you know, you don't have to have expensive equipment for volleyball. You just have to have a little bit of work ethic and know what to go from. So we're getting ready to start set number 3. Thank you to all the sponsors that's made this event possible tonight. And please let them know that any event that Hometown 24 does, tell them that you appreciate them sponsoring a sporting event here on Hometown 24, regardless if it's golf, volleyball, boys and girls basketball, baseball, softball, whatever the sport that we carry. Please thank those people that makes it possible.
Now, Jenkins has got to settle back down and get back to focusing on the game of volleyball to play. Get back in this set with Knott County.
And that serve's going to come up short, service error, and White, she just looked down at the floor. That's not what Coach Sturgill will have to start the third set after the second set had commenced.
Right.
King to serve for Knott County. Hall, a little bit of an overpass. Kraft tried to put it down. Holbrook, nice hands that time. I'm not sure who hit that one with her wrist.
That was Marley, number 11.
Number 11. And that's going to be, that's Miller. She hasn't been in the game yet, has she?
No, she hasn't.
No, okay. I was thinking so. That's Miley Miller. And she will go back to serve for Jenkins. And jump serve goes into the net, and Bailey will come in for her. 2-1 Knott County Central. You know, unlike contact sports in the KHSAA, non-contact sports such as volleyball, 7th and 8th graders can play varsity volleyball.
Yes.
Bailey gets up to the front, and White will put it across, free ball. Kraft will go all the way. No, she doesn't go all the way across. She fooled me.
Oh,
nice hustle. And nice play by the Jenkins Lady Cavaliers. Hammond goes down, but there's White. Lily to Holbrook, she goes down, but there's Kraft.
A little higher, that ball would have scored. But Kraft was smart. She took off backwards as soon as she seen that she was going to push. Nice back set. Nice up by Chloe.
Sexton deserves that one because she's the one that kept the point alive by running almost headlong into the padding underneath the goal there. So got a big smile on her face and should.
That's what I'm telling you. I like the attitude. She just, as she's on the floor, she hustles.
Comes the serve by Holbrook. King with the up to Kraft, over to Hammond, and she hits it, and it's going to be a point for for Jenkins. Knott County Central 2, Jenkins 3. Holbrook will serve once again. That's off the block as
Nice up by King.
Hammond with a cut, but there's White. Lily back and hits it across with a push. Called by Waddell. To Kraft to Hammond. Off the net. It's going to be an overpass, but Lily's there to put it back, and it's going to be a point for Jenkins.
That was good timing by Lily.
And it's going to go around the antenna, and that will be a point for Jenkins.
You know, this is one part of the game that has gotten better over the years, is just passing. Keeping the ball into a system so you're getting a good bump set and somebody's getting a swing at the ball.
Holbrook, nice serve, overpass. Lily tries to get it back, but nobody there, and it's going to be a point for Knott County Central. And Lucas is going to come in for Holbrook. And Sparkman and Conley and Kraft and Combs will exchange places. (5-3) Jenkins, set number 3. Each one split, of course. Set 1 and set 2. Nice serve, and that's going to be a service ace.
Right in the center.
And Aiden Conley with a nice serve, and it had a little bit of a knuckleball floating to it.
Yeah, she just hit it right in the honey hole.
Right in the middle where everyone turns and faces and looks and says, well, that was yours.
That was all 6 of your alls.
Yeah, somebody's. You ever say that in a game? Somebody better get it.
I did, Manus.
I know you did. And that's going to be a point for Jenkins, 6-4 Jenkins. Here comes the serve. Waddell with the up. Conley almost got to it. Hammond goes all the way deep corner for the point. And that's point Knott County, 6-5 Jenkins.
They went to the concession stand on that one.
Check for chili on that thing.
Yeah.
Kraft with the serve. And that's going to be a double hit, and that's going to be a point, Knott County Central. Nice over-the-top drop serve by Kraft.
Gabby Eldridge needs to move the feet.
Nice serve once again. Goes back, and Combs misses it, and she says, my, how did I miss that? And that's going to be a point for Jenkins.
You know, these volleyball players need to learn that their arms are only so long.
I learned that at a very young age. Cornered in the game for Knott County Central. Lily to serve for Jenkins. Nice serve, had a little bit on it. Over the top goes Combs.
That's a nice up by Eldridge.
Miller across, Waddell back set to Combs. She'll roll it into the middle. And that's going to go out, and that'll be a point for Knott County Central. And we have 7-7. And, of course, we are in the JV game. Stay tuned for the varsity game, which will be a few minutes after
this
game ends.
That was a nice set.
Miller in there was cornered in the back. Conley, and that's going to be down. That's going to be a point for McIllarnitz.
When that ball hits that net, it's hard to play it because you never know if it's going to throw it up or take the speed off.
Baker with a jump serve, and it's going to go long, and it's going to be point Jenkins. Now, Betty Vaughn, this is JV. What do we go to in the third set in JV? How many points?
I think they still go to 21 since they just played to 21.
Do they? I know some they do 11 and some do the full and
some do 15.
15.
It's usually, I think they before the game
they talk about it or whatever, or agree upon it or whatever. Gentlemen and gentlewomen or gentle person agreement, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Whatever you say, Manus.
9-8. Knott County Central as Kraft will go back to serve. I see Mr. Johnny Wilder coming down from Jenkins. Him and his brother Tony were outstanding softball and baseball people for Jenkins High School, and that's going to go out of bounds. And that will move Knott County Central to a 2-point lead, 10-8. And I do not see the end of the game signal, so I guess we'll play on. So it's at least 15 or 21, whichever it may be. Holbrook gets it across. Baker with the call. And that's going to go wide. Sparkman got a little bit too much on it, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. Eldridge out, and into the game will come Hall. White going back to serve.
This is where Jenkins has to tighten up and play the game. It's a nice serve, nice up.
And that's going to be off of Holbrook, and that's going to be a point.
Shot.
Put a little bit more on it, down that time did Sparkman.
Yes.
And you notice the change in the serve from White from the serve the first time. She made sure that she hit a good floater down the middle of the court.
Just getting it in and giving the other team a chance to play the ball.
King with a serve. Bailey to White to Holbrook. Baker with a bump set. Kraft, Bailey, White, push to the corner, but right there was King. Kraft to the middle of the floor, and there was Sexton. Miller right there was King again. Got to go somewhere other than King in the back. Holbrook, White.
See, Jenkins is playing safe ball. You've got to hit it. If you get a set, you have to hit it.
And Sparkman hits the net, rated again. That's going to be Sexton with a up. Call by White. She took over as the setter that time. Kraft, back set Kraft, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central.
It is 12-9.
And I think somebody from Jenkins was in the net anyway, but we'll give her the kill on that one. Once again, King to serve. Bailey with an overpass, but it's going to score a point for Jenkins.
Nice hands by White. She touched that just enough to move the ball.
Altered it just ever so slightly. Miller to go back to serve.
Oh, it's a nice serve.
That's going to be a free ball as Kraft knocks it back. Miller with a call to White. Bump set to Lily. She's over the top of Sparkman. Call by Kraft to Kraft. Nice hit that time. Holbrook deep, but there's King. Got to hit it in that deep corner.
Yeah, you got to get a corner. You got to find a corner and spread them out somewhere.
Jenkins got to have something here. We're doing a lot of free balling bets.
They are. I told you, you can't play safe ball. You have to hit it.
And Lily says, I'm going to hit it.
Right, that's what you've got to do. You've got to hit the ball.
Kraft hits it in the net, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. 12-11 Knott Central, set number 3. Stay with us about 15 to 20 minutes after this. We'll have the varsity game.
Oh, another nice serve.
And that's going to be over across that time. Sims hit it that way. And that could not get to it, and that's going to be a point and tie the score at 12 apiece in set 3. And Coach Cornett is going to call timeout, and we'll take a 30-second break, and you all stay with us.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornett, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Welcome back to Knott County Central High School as we have the JV game all knotted up at 12 apiece in set number 3. And with set number 3 comes the end because you only play 2 out of 3 in JV. Stay with us once again. We'll have the varsity matchup 15 to 20 minutes after the conclusion of the JV game. So getting bonus coverage tonight.
And it's been 2 good JV games, and it's 12 to 12 in the 3rd set right now.
Yep. And Miller to serve. And that's going to drop in. Official Stacy says that was right in there, and so it's 13 to 12 Jenkins. Miller once again. Baker with a nice up. Kraft to Baker. Baker behind the 3-meter line, but there's Lilly with the block, and that will make it 14-12, and that will set up match point for Jenkins.
I'm telling you, when Lily has got her head in the game, she can play that net as well as anybody that I've seen.
Miller
nice job by Miller.
Kraft, Sparkman in the middle, and that's going to be Miller's going to save it. So Sexton across, see what Knott County comes up with here. Kraft pushed by Kraft to White. Lilly with a bump, and here we go. See what Knott County can come up with here. Goes to Sparkman in the middle. Back set. Sexton will bump it across. Kraft to Sims to Sexton. White. Lilly, and that will end the JV match at 15 to 12. And when we come back in I don't know how many minutes we're going to take, but stay with us and we'll be back for the varsity matchup. And it may be just about 3 or 4 minutes. So stick with us, and we'll have the 53rd District matchup between Jenkins and Knott County Central. Stay with us here on Hometown 24.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Corny's going to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught it to 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
School's in session, and so are the savings at Appalachian Wireless. Right now, get an iPhone 14 for just $1. Yes, that's just $1 when you trade in any eligible device or sign up today for an unlimited or mix and match plan with a 2-year agreement. It's the perfect way to head back to school with the latest tech without breaking the bank. Hurry, this offer ends August 31st or while supplies last. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web at appalachianwireless.com because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Bluegrass has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Kristen. Are you looking for the ultimate back-to-school upgrade? Appalachian Wireless is offering you the Samsung S25 or the iPhone 16, or how about an iPad on us? Sign up for an Appalachian Wireless Advantage plan or renew your line of service. Or how about just coming in to see how you can qualify? These are perfect for school, work, or play, but hurry. These deals won't last long. Visit your Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web at appalachianwireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass, call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Good times, good food, and good people at the Goal Line Bar and Grill. Come try their daily lunch specials as well as the best steak in Hazard as voted by the people. Looking for something fun to do? Hit up the tables and the dartboard. Also, trivia night every Tuesday evening. Goal Line has all your favorite big sports events on the big screen. There's something for everyone at Goal Line. Goal Line Bar and Grill in Hazard.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The Law Office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Corny's going to air it out. He's got a man out here, Linden, caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Welcome back to the campus of Knott County Central High School as we will bring you the Bank of Hindman 53rd District matchup between the Knott County Central Lady Patriots and the Jenkins Lady Cavaliers. Betts, watching the JV game, kind of got us warmed up a little bit. And now we are going to get right into the main event, as they call it, and Knott County Central 7 wins in a row now after going down to McCreary Central, McCreary County during the Stearns area. Jenkins 0-3 on the season so far. Played 3 good teams, and so matchup is set.
It is, and like you just said, it's early in the season. You're still trying to put pieces together, and it was good for Shay to get her team out of here and go somewhere and I guess get their heads settled back down to play volleyball this year. Because you know yourself, we was at Leslie County the other night. That was one of the best volleyball games we've seen in a couple of years.
Yeah, and the pieces and the parts have to come together, and sometimes you have to. You've taken teams in the past and taken them on the road, and they stay in the rooms together and they bond together and start talking about what's really important in their season. The coaches, the players, support staff, and all those people. And it looks like that Knott County Central has started putting those pieces together.
You're right, and just sometimes a road trip, you're playing teams that you will never play again, and the farther down you go, they play that quick set, that 0 in the middle, and you really have to work because that's they speed the game up.
Yeah, and adaptability, and you're playing other teams that you haven't seen when you go on the road, and we're going to talk a little bit about them here a little bit. As I believe we're going to go in about a minute to the national anthem, but when you've got people, Taylor Baker, you've got Samara Bailey, you got Ava Waddell, you got Zoe Miller, and you got Avery Sluss, and those people, they have played a lot of volleyball on the state level. Then when you look at Jenkins, we've talked about Abigail Lilly, we've talked about Miley Miller in a bit. We got Peyton Wilder, we got Tristan White, and those girls that are trying to make that program come up to Knott County Central and be a contender in the 53rd District in the 14th region. So when we come back after the national anthem, and we're not going to have the national anthem, I don't think. Well, I don't see anyone's going to be singing it anyway.
They might be.
Unless you're going to sing it, Betty Vaughn. Are you going to sing it?
I'd rather everybody not go home before the game.
But once again, we'll talk a little bit as the games go through, and if anybody's got any kind of scores from the other matchups that we mentioned earlier in the JV game. And, of course, there are some big matchups throughout the 14th region, and one of them being the Breathitt County at Wolfe County game and the Letcher Central at Hazard game. So implications on who are the best teams, and we mentioned last Tuesday the KVAC preseason, and Leslie County kind of blew that out of the water. So anyway, we'll talk a little bit about those rankings and who we think right now are becoming those top 4 or 5 teams that we need to be talking about. And Betty Vaughn, you've mentioned it numerous times, there's 5 or 6 clubs right now that could potentially be the team that takes the 14th region crown.
Yeah, you have 5 or 6 teams right now are just like you said, they're floating at the top. And the big thing that stuck out to me with Leslie is they're in such good physical shape.
Yep.
They played 4 hard games against Knott County the other night, and they were still jumping and moving as quick as they were the 4th game as they were the 1st game, and it makes a big difference in volleyball.
Yeah. And, as we look out here and they're getting all the assignments and everything, and Knott County Central has new uniforms and new numbers. Hopefully I can keep those up. But as we're going through bets, we'll look at the starting lineups for Coach Wilder and Coach Cornett as we go through. But looks like number 5, Zoe Miller, number 33, Samara Bailey, number 15, I believe, is still – I'm trying to look down. I think everybody 15, Ava Waddell, number 2, Taylor Baker, 34 is a new number for Riley Kraft. It is. Number 2, Kinley Baker, and that's a new number for her. And number 9 is Avery Sluss, and her number will stay the same. For Jenkins, looks like number 22 for Jenkins. Hopefully these numbers is Cassidy Bowling. Number 11, of course, was Miley Miller. Number 20 was Sophie Wilder.
That's Peyton Wilder.
Peyton Wilder. Did I look at the wrong number?
Yeah, number 20 is Peyton.
Okay.
Number 21 is Sophie Wilder.
And 21 is Sophie. And we had those girls at the golf tournament the other day. And we'll get to everyone as they come in and come out. And Knott County Central will start with Kinley Baker. And that's going to be a nice serve. It goes all the way across by Bailey. Bailey's wearing number 10, different. Waddell with a kill, and that's going to be point, Knott County Central.
And you have number 9 from Jenkins is Chloe, just a real athlete. And then you have number 10, which is Addie Bailey.
Yep, so Chloe wearing the same number as she did in the JV game. And that's hit up by Sluss. Miller across, it's in the middle there. Miller for Jenkins. Wilder to Miller, push in the back corner.
That was a nice shot.
It's going to be on the line, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins.
I see somebody paid attention to the JV game.
And you know that sometimes that happens in any sport when you have a JV or junior varsity game prior. And, you know, arrangements are essentially the same. Serve to Sluss. And that's going to be a point for Jenkins. And I failed to mention that there was also another numbered change, and that was Avery Conley is wearing number 27. She wore 31, I believe, over at Leslie County. Baker to Conley, and Bailey will go across. So Wilder, Bailey off the net. Miller will bump it across.
See there,
Sexton
you're getting
saved it.
Yeah, but they're getting a free ball, and they're not talking on that free ball.
And Miller does not hit it across. In other words, it wasn't blocked, and the point's going to go to Jenkins, 3-1 Jenkins. And, you know, this bugaboo kind of got Knott County over at Leslie County, getting off to a slow start.
Yeah.
And here goes Wilder with the serve. Miller, Conley, Miller. Sexton bumps it across. In system, Conley goes to Bailey in the middle over the top, but there's Bailey. Wilder. Bowling tried to get down the corner. Back set to Miller. Wilder. Conley across to Waddell, and down the line, that's going to be a kill for Knott County Central. And King will come in for Waddell.
And talking about Jenkins, 22, bowling is she's a nice hitter.
And she's leading them in kills on the season with 15. Conley goes back set, and Miller hits it into the net. That's going to be a point for Jenkins.
Miller had the right idea. She just hit it a little short. I think she went up and then in mid-air decided to change her shot.
Number 11, Miley Miller to serve. Played a little bit in the JV in the third set. Conley goes across. Nice hit that time by Taylor Baker. That is a kill. Baker leading the Lady Patriots with 60 kills. That gives her 61 on the season. Bailey will go back to serve for Knott County Central.
And Sluss, the little libero for Knott County, does a good job.
Lily, and there was a double block by Kraft and Miller. And it's going to go off of King, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. 5-3 Jenkins, set one. Thank you for joining us. Just finished the JV game. And, of course, Jenkins won that. And now we'll have Bowling, who you mentioned earlier. And Bowling is a sophomore, Cassidy Bowling. Sluss, Miller. And that'll be a free ball for Jenkins. Wilder goes to Lily over the top.
Nice save by Miller.
Baker tries to cut it, comes up short, point Jenkins. Bowling will continue to serve.
You know, volleyball is just a lot of talking. Just you got to know where you're at who you're playing beside of, and you've got to talk.
Communication as Miller will go back to serve for Knott County Central.
And number 2 is Baker is in the game.
And Wilder couldn't control it, but she's going to hit it on a cross. Free ball for Knott County Central. Miller across to Baker off the double block, and it's going to come down, and it's going to be point Knott County Central.
I think they blocked it and didn't realize it was right there where they're at.
And how many times have you said in the past 2 years, you know, you get your hands up, but then you've got to
Right.
come forward and press it over top of the net.
Nice up.
Bowling into Wilder, try to catch him off, but Baker had it. Baker down the line again for the next kill. 6-6, Knott County Central and Jenkins tied up set number 1.
Well, this Knott County team's an experienced team, so you're going to have to like, Peyton's going to have to use those sets and let those hitters hit.
Miller to Bowling to Wilder, comes across here to Sexton, and that's off the net and off the block, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. Bailey will go back to serve for Jenkins. Bailey, an 8th grader, as Betty Vaughn mentioned earlier in the JV. Short goes across, and there's Lily, and it's going to be down for a point for Jenkins.
You know, when you have centers that can do that, it's hard to play them because they can take the ball anywhere. Well, that's not just your centers, as long as you're facing the net.
And that is going to go wide at service error, and the point goes to Knott Central.
I started to say it's getting ready to go to the dressing room, but it didn't.
And here at Knott County Central, when it goes down those alleys, it goes all the way down because it's got a little bit of a grade to it as Waddell will come back in.
And you have Baker serving.
Baker with a jump serve, and there was Bowling. Go across Wilder, and that's going to be off of Baker, Kenley Baker, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins, and we're going to have a timeout by Coach Cornett. 9-7 Jenkins, set number 1. Stay with us here on Hometown 24.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornet's going to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your hometown news tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Welcome back to Knott County Central after the timeout by Coach Cornett and the Knott County Central Patriots. Jenkins will continue to serve, and it will be Lily to serve for Jenkins.
And Coach Cornett and them are coming off a great weekend. They were 5-0 in that McCreary County tournament, and they may have a little bit of a lack, but I'm sure knowing Coach Shea, she knows how to get the.
Yeah, and I think I said 7-1 or 6-1 as I recall. I'll have to double check that here in a minute. Is Lily with a service ace, and it's 10-7 Jenkins. And once again, it hits the,
that's
the
a
net
nice serve.
tape. And once again, another ace, 11-7 Jenkins. And I was looking down who was the leading service ace person, and you would think the way Lily hits it that she would be it, but I think she has 7 aces on the season. Bailey with the save.
Oh, that's a nice.
Sexton's going to hit it over, and she's looking at Coach Wilder and say, I should have hit it that way.
Yeah.
11-8 as the point goes to Knott County Central. Out goes Kraft, and Bailey comes in. Avery Sluss to serve. Nice knuckleball. Wilder tried to contain it. That's going to be a point for Knott County Central. 11-9 Jenkins. And hits it into the tape with a service error. Jenkins point, 12-9. Nice serve. And that's going to be a point for Jenkins. You know, one thing I've noticed about Jenkins, they serve very aggressively.
They do. And most of these girls has this little ball that has this drop right at the net.
Sexton, that's going to be an overpass, and it's going to be a point. Point Knott County Central. That's one of those where the front line was backing up, thinking it was going to be hit into the net. And, of course, it crossed. Kenley Baker with the serve into the net. 14-10 Jenkins, set number 1. Conley in for Baker. And Wilder will serve for Jenkins. Goes all the way across. Miller over the top, but there's Wilder. Goes deep in the corner. Sexton gets it to the setter. Miller goes across, but there's Baker.
Push, yep. Baker was covering that, but that was still a nice shot.
Waddell will bump it across. Sexton to Wilder. Where's she going? Back behind to Bailey. Bailey cuts it back to Miller. Conley to Wilder. Waddell, good hustle by Baker. Still got an opportunity, bump across.
Got a nice volley going right here.
Bowling, there's Sluss.
This
Conley.
is motivation for one team.
Left hand saves it by Waddell, and it's going to be a point for Knott County Central. King will come in for Waddell. She had to adjust it. It was too tight to the net, and Waddell was athletic enough to use her left hand to get it over top. King with a serve. Bailey to Wilder. Miller, nice job by Conley.
Shot. Yep, Conley was just playing that ball.
Nice cut by Miller for the point for Knott County Central. King will go back to serve. Nice serve. Wilder across. Bowling. Conley short. Bailey wasn't ready for that one.
How could you tell?
Flat-footed.
That's exactly
Now
right.
she stepped back. Off the block was Baker, and that's going to be point Knott County Central.
But you know, if you can get your hands on those, you know eventually you'll get them.
Yep.
That's the thing. So your timing's already there. You just have to.
You know, we were talking about going over top, and over at Leslie County, sometimes when you've got sure athleticism and you're not the same height, the one with the higher height can hit it over top of those double blocks. Miller goes off the block, but there's Sluss.
That was a nice play.
Set on the backside for Miller, and that's going to be point Knott County Central. And Coach Wilder's going to call a timeout for Jenkins, and 14-14, set number 1. Stay with us here on Hometown 24.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman volleyball game of the week. Knott County Central and Jenkins set number 1. After the timeout, 14-14. Locked up in this set number 1. Who takes the cake here, Betty Vaughn, and how do they get the cake?
Well, it's the team that controls the ball right now. You can't free ball, and you can't adjust your play into the other team. You've got to play your game. So whichever team can make the other team play their game is probably going to come out on top.
And that game included King with a nice serve, the overpass, and Bailey scores the point for Knott County Central and gets them ahead 15-14.
Net play is getting so much stronger, and it makes a big difference in the game.
Wilder, nice job by Bowling with the left hand.
Oh, nice play.
King got a free ball. Wilder
Another
with
nice
it
play.
in the net, and it's going to be point Knott County Central, 16-14.
Peyton done a good job getting to that ball.
King serving.
She's got a nice serve.
Sexton got it up. Bailey in the back, rolls it across to Bailey. Conley goes all the way across, and that's going to be off of Jenkins, and it's point, and a kill for Baker, 17-14.
You know,
County Central.
With Baker, you've got to get in front of her. You have to make her see your hands, because now when she gets a good shot, she crushes the ball.
Especially if it's a singular block.
You're right.
Comes across. Bowling tries to hit it off the double block. Unsuccessful. Baker with a cut shot. Wilder to Wilder, back to Bowling. There's King in the back. Conley goes back across to Baker, and why not? King tries to, but cannot get to it. 18-14.
Now, Jenkins is going to have to adjust her defense, because Baker will take that line. If you give Baker the line, she will take it.
And, you know, Conley's doing the right thing. You got someone that's on a heat check, you get it out there to them each time, especially when they're rocking and rolling. 18-14, cuts it across, and it's going to go out. Miller hits it a little bit too much. 19-14, Knott County Central. You know, and after the timeout, Knott County Central's went on that 5-0 run with King serving it, and the ball's going out to Baker out on the outside. And King with a service ace. King leading the team with 25 aces on the season, and there's going to be another timeout at 20-14 set number 1, and we'll take another 30-second break.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Welcome back to Knott County Central. Jenkins calling another timeout. A 6-0 run by the Knott County Central Patriots, 20-14. King serving those 6 off the tape, but Bailey gets it up to Wilder. Miller off the block, but there's Sluss. Conley to, and it goes short, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins, 20-15, a much-needed point to break the momentum.
And, you know, King, I was looking, she's only a freshman.
Yes. And like I said, leads the team in aces as a server.
I like to see these coaches that are not afraid to stick these 8th graders and freshmen and sophomores in that varsity game and let them play.
Yep. And nice shot by Miller, and that's going to be point Knott County Central. And you know what you're trying to do, you're putting your best players out on the floor regardless of classification.
Yeah, age has nothing to do with it.
It's all about the best team that you can put on the floor. Bailey with the serve, Sexton with a nice up to Wilder. Lily there, but Baker calls it with a short shot. Got to get that thing up. Wilder, Bailey, King, Conley to Baker off the block, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central.
Lily got her hands on it. She just, you know, that ball's hitting you. Just a little bit of forward push is going to push that ball back over.
And, you know, Baker's trying to go, varying it up down the line and into the middle. And that's going to be an overpass, and that's going to be point Knott County Central, 23-15. But a player of her magnitude who hits that outside hit like she does, you've got to make her do different things.
You do. And she's worked on that so she can do it.
Yep. Lily tries to cut it over top, and that's going to be a point Knott County Central, and that leads us to set point number 1 here in set 1. Bailey with the serve to Wilder.
Nice up by Sophie.
Bailey to the middle, but there was King. Conley across, and there's going to be the set, 25-15, set number 1. And when we come back, we'll have set number 2 in this 53rd District matchup.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
School's in session, and so are the savings at Appalachian Wireless. Right now, get an iPhone 14 for just $1. Yes, that's just $1 when you trade in any eligible device or sign up today for an unlimited or mix and match plan with a 2-year agreement. It's the perfect way to head back to school with the latest tech without breaking the bank. Hurry, this offer ends August 31st or while supplies last. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us on the web at appalachianwireless.com, because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to Knott County Central as they close out with a 11-1 run on Jenkins in set number 1 to win first set, 25-15 as we go into the second set. And, you know, last night, just some results. Betsy Lane defeated these Jenkins Lady Cavaliers 3-0. Hazard defeated Purry Central 3-1. Lee County defeated Morgan County 3-1. Leslie County defeated Buckhorn 3-0. And Madison Southern defeated Estill 3-0 in the 14th region results from last night. Betty Von Jenkins off to a good start in set 1. Kind of got caught flat-footed in those last 10, 11, 12 points.
They are, and I think they're still working. You can see they need to work on that free ball. When they're getting a free ball, they've got to get off sooner to close that gap so that back row can back up. But I'm sure that Kayla and
Coach
Sturgill. I was sitting here looking at the girls.
I tried to help you out a little bit.
Kayla and Candace, I'm sure they'll work on that, because if you're watching film, you can see on a free ball that back row can't release to go back because this front row won't release to come back. So you've got a big gap there in the middle of the floor.
And Jenkins will start off the second set.
That was a nice serve.
Miller back set to Kenley Baker and hits it into the net, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. Wilder to serve. Once again, nice serve. Bump set goes to Bailey, and it's going to be off the touch of Sexton, and that's going to be a kill point, Knott County Central.
You know, if Bailey
unique seeing Bailey on the outside there, Betty.
If Bailey continues to work and hitting the ball harder, that's going to make a big difference with this Knott County team.
Baker to serve.
Nice up by Sophie.
And bowling off the
that
block.
That was a nice hit, yes.
Yes. And
but she didn't worry about the hands. She just hit the ball. That's a nice hit.
Baker to Miller, across to Waddell off the double block. Called by Sexton. Miller goes to the middle, and it's going to be off of Bailey, and it's going to be Bailey off of Bailey, and that'll be a point for Knott County Central, 2-1.
But, you know, with that volley, both teams were moving their feet, making good passes, getting good sets.
And I heard a lot of talking, even with my headset on. Baker is going to serve it long, and that's going to be a service error, and it will be point Knott County Central as Conley will come in for Kenley Baker.
That's a good eye by Sophie.
Miller to serve. Leads the team in service aces, and I can see why. Bailey in the middle, and that's going to be a hard shot by Bailey, and it's going to be out of bounds. Point Knott County Central as King will come in for Waddell. Miller out, and in will come Wilder.
And as you can tell, even Bailey's beginning to, she hits harder going left to right than she does down the middle.
Sexton to Wilder to Lilly, and nice shot, but nice up by King. Miller, and that's a block by Lilly, single block, and that's going to be a point, Jenkins.
See, that should get your team fired up and ready to go. I mean, and you've got to stay on that high. You're gonna mess up, but you gotta keep working.
You gotta feed off of that, definitely, yes, and that's the bummer right there.
Right. It's like you just blew your bubble and you just.
It's kind of like missing a free throw in basketball after you've stolen it and went in and missed the shot. 4-3, Knott County Central, Bailey to serve. And another bummer.
Yeah.
4-4.
Bailey's got such an arm spread, she could just about reach up there and put it over the net.
And Addie Bailey will serve for Jenkins. Overpass, and there's Lily, and it was in, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. And
well, I don't know if Shay's going to give him the ball or not. She may just, it's her ball, she may just keep it.
I don't know. I saw the line official call it in, so I don't know. So that's a point for Jenkins, 5-4. Bailey will continue. Nice up by King. Conley goes to Kraft. It's double blocked. And
you know, and that is a hard shot
violation.
for King being on the left-hand side and being left-handed. That ball has to go over her head for her to be able to get a good hit on it. But now she's smart. She'll do a lot of rolling from that side.
And, you know, she drew it to the blockers and off the blockers, if nothing else. And that's going to be a service ace for Miller. Point Knott County Central. 6-5. Second set. Knott Central took the first set 25-15. Nice floater. Bailey with up. Wilder back to Lily. Miller stops it there. Free ball for Jenkins.
Nice job by Bolin backing up, staying behind the ball.
Sexton, Miller.
Oh, nice up.
And on two, Lily tried to catch him out of kilter, but does not.
Another nice up.
one. It's going to be over as Kenley Baker has the kill, and that's a point for Knott County Central. But
you know Jenkins lost that point, but that was good defense. Two good defensive plays back here.
And I like Sexton hitting that ball on three rather than pushing it over.
Yes, exactly.
Wilder girls get it across.
Yeah.
Goes across, and Baker, there's bowling, but she's unable to contain it, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central, 8-5.
And that's just Taylor doing her stuff in the front row.
And, you know, you cannot single blocker.
No, you cannot.
Miller to Wilder. Goes across to Sexton, hits it into net. Point, Knott County Central, 9-5.
Yeah, Sexton got a little too far under the ball, and then she had to short arm it, which puts it into the net.
Miller with a float serve. Bailey up
nice
to Wilder.
Up by Bailey.
Out to off the block, but there is Baker. Waddell with a nice bump pass. Goes in the middle to Kraft, and it's going to go long, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins.
Yeah, I think Kraft got caught what Kevin Nichols used to call that dead man's lane, right in between the 3-meter line and the net.
Yeah, because she contacted it just inside on the.
Right, and you can't step forward, so it's just with your arms.
Nice job by Miller on the scramble.
Yes.
Jenkins has got control, and Lily misses it. Let it get too far down on her. It started dropping. 10-6, Knott County Central. Thank you for joining us here on the Hometown 24. Manus Blair with Betty Von Cottle. Baker with a nice serve.
Yes.
Overpass goes to Waddell. Waddell off the double block. There's Sexton. And Miller was waiting on the setter to grab that one. And, you know, you've talked about that numerous times, allowing that setter to run to the ball.
Right.
She just got caught over there under the net. Point for Knott Central. Baker with a jump serve. And it's going to be a free ball and unable to get it across. Point Knott County Central, 12-6.
See, with that ball, Miller's just got to keep her head, and she's just got to pass that ball to the center and let somebody handle it. Now, Baker's putting some speed and some movement on the ball. I understand that also.
Wilder to Sluss to Miller. Goes to Kraft over the top.
Nice job by Peyton.
Sexton hits it wide, and it's going to be point Knott County Central, 13-6. And like you said, Baker putting a lot of pepper on it. And that's a knuckler handled by Bailey on 2.
Oh, that was a nice shot by
play.
Peyton.
Point for Jenkins.
And you know, I like that Slush. She knows what her job is. She's to get all the hard balls. Just, you know, her job is to keep the ball going.
Sexton to serve. And it's going to come up short. Point Knott County Central. 14-7, set number 2. Slush to serve. Nice serve, nice play by Sexton. Wilder trying to catch him off guard, goes to Waddell down the middle off of Wilder, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central, 15-7. And Coach Wilder says, give me a timeout. 15-7, set 2. Stay with us. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Thank you for tuning in on the Bank of Hindman volleyball game of the week. Jenkins Lady Cavaliers and the Knott County Central Patriots here from the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. Timeout was called by Coach Wilder, 15-7, set 2. Knott County Central won the first set, 25-15.
But, you know, both games they've had some good volleys, some really nice defensive plays.
And the timeout works for Coach Wilder as Slush hits it, and I did not say anything about her serving.
I know. I'm proud of you.
I have not said that about either side serving. The sportscaster jinx is not going to happen tonight. Wilder, nice serve. Miller back to Kinley Baker, and it's going to be point Knott County Central.
Baker is she a freshman?
Baker is a freshman. Kinley Baker, yes.
She's got that athletic body build. She's a good
bowling off
player.
the block. Goes back tight on the net, and it's going to be won by Miller, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central.
And if you notice, Miller went up and pushed the ball forward instead of just going up to block. She actually went up and pushed, and that's what put it on Knott County's side. And I don't know if Big Bay, Samara Bailey let that happen again.
Conley to Bailey. Sexton back to the middle. Wilder comes out to bowling off the block, but there's Baker outside and left hand. Waddell's for the second time tonight wins the point with a left hand drop over. 17-9, Knott County Central's King will come in for Waddell. Thank you for joining us once again on Hometown 24. King with a serve, floater into the middle.
Nice up.
Wilder to the outside to Bailey. Goes to Conley. Slush with a bump set back to Baker off the single block, and it's going to be a point. 18-9. King with a jump serve. Sexton up close to the net. Played back by Miller, back to Miller. And Wilder stopped that one. On 3, nothing they can do about it, and that'll be 4, and that'll be point Jenkins.
I don't think people realize how fast you have to adjust in volleyball to play these balls. Some of these balls are coming pretty quick, and you only have a couple of seconds to get ready.
Slush up to Conley. Baker, she readjusted, tried to hit it off the double block. Sexton short, but there's King. Conley with a bump set to Bailey.
Bailey's got to be able to do something with that ball.
And that's going to be 4, and that's going to be point. Knott County Central is Kraft.
I believe Bailey about knocked Addie Bailey about knocked the ref off of her stand over there.
It is not really secured as Bailey will serve. Sexton will bump it across. Free ball for Knott County Central. Conley goes middle to Kraft over the top of the block, but there is Bowling. And Sexton will hit it into the net, so that's a point for Knott County Central. 20-10. Jenkins needs to find a spark here somehow. Wilder to Wilder, tries to cross, but there was King. Conley out wide. Baker, and we're asking
Baker
for a
missed
touch.
that. She does not do that very much.
I think she was trying to go off the block, and
yeah.
And it's going to be a point for Jenkins, 20-11. Bailey with the serve to Sluss. It's overpass theirs, and Lily puts it down for Jenkins. Point, 20-12.
You know, Conley is a nice setter over here for Knott. She has, you can see.
Soft hands.
Yes, and that ball can be spinning, and when she tips it, there's no spin on that ball coming off.
Bailey once again, nice. Goes back out across to Kraft, and it's off, and it's going to be a kill for Knott County Central, 21-12. As Baker will come in for Conley, and Waddell will come in for King. Wilder out for Jenkins. 21-12, Zoe Miller back to serve. Bowling, nice. Oh, cross. That was smart. Somebody's got to put one down here, and there's Baker, and it's off of Miller, and that's one that puts it down. Knott County Central point.
See, I like you watch. She's not afraid to hit. She's going to hit the ball. If she gets a bad set or she's not ready, then she's smart. She'll get it in. But if she has any attempt at all, she's going to swing.
Aggression personified.
Yes. But that's what you've got to do. You're going to mess up, but you have to learn how to do it.
Lily cross up by
that
Miller.
Was a good shot. It's just good play by Zoe.
Cut shot by Baker. Back across to Sexton over top, but there is. That's going to be down for Baker. 23-12, Knott County Central.
Jenkins has to realize that when Baker's hitting, they have to play opposite short because she's going to hammer the ball.
Zoe with the serve, and it's into
the net. Oh, that was a nice serve.
And that's going to be 24-12, and that will set up set point number one at 24-12.
See, that's what it's always just consistent. She's just keeping the ball in.
And that's a double block by Baker and Kraft, and that will end set number two as Knott County Central will take set two 25-12, and we'll move on to set number three. So stay with us. We'll be back.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
Welcome back to Knott County Central. I want to thank the administration of Knott County Central for allowing us to come over and do a volleyball game over here, and look over and saw new athletic director Jeff Honeycutt, who's bouncing from one sport to the next, and that's what you do as an athletic director, as I once was at Letcher County Central. And if you enjoy sports, athletic director is an outstanding job for you. And you're there for the kids. And Coach Honeycutt and all the athletic directors, we thank them for allowing Hometown 24 and to come in to their gymnasiums and their playing fields, allow us to broadcast their games. So moving into set number 3, Betty Vaughn, what's Jenkins got to do to get back into this match?
Well, they have to figure out some way to slow Taylor Baker down. But I'm telling you right now, Conley is doing, her and Zoe are setting the ball so well. And the thing is that they're giving it to their hitters.
So would you slide 2 or 3 people over there?
I would just slide 2, and the opposite, the angle defense is what your challenge is right now.
So you make her hit down the line, or you take the line away, or do you take the middle back to the center?
I would take the line away and make them hit angle, and then you've got to adjust that defense on the angle side.
To be right there.
Exactly. And you got to decide which one you're going to give her. But you can't give her 2 options, because if you do, Taylor, Waddell, both are too good of hitters. You got to take something away from them.
So on the reverse side, what does Knott County do in this third set to just go ahead and end the match in this set? What do they need to continue to do, or what do you do?
Well, to me, Knott County they're playing their game. They're passing the ball well. They're getting the set, and these setters are going to their hitters. So they're letting all these hitters, and the hitters are smart. I mean, they're finding their holes. They're hitting when they can. They're rolling when they can. Right now, Jenkins they're going to have to just suck it up. And like you said, they're going to either have to take the line away or take the angle. And I take the line away and give them the angle.
Okay, and as Betty Vaughn says that, we'll start in set number 3, and that's going to hit the net and go over for Kinley Baker, and that's going to be a service ace to start. And it will be 1-0 Knott County Central. And that's going to go long, and I think we've got a net violation.
Yes. Bowling was in the net.
I think her momentum took her
after she contacted that ball, she went into the net. Right here, Jenkins they need to get the ball back.
Quickly.
Yes.
Quickly.
You can't let Knott County get a lead on you.
Baker goes back across to Waddell, and it doesn't cross, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. Now, when we talk about the net, Betty Vaughn, and that line down there for the viewers, can I touch that line? Is it a violation if I touch that line, or do I have to have a foot that goes all the way across it? And at what point does it violate?
If you touch the line, if your toe touches the line, it's a violation.
And Bailey doesn't touch anything but the floor with that hit as she makes the kill, and it's 3-1 as Waddell goes out and King comes in.
I tell you what, I like that Shay and Justin has got Bailey to being aggressive and hitting the ball and she enjoys hitting the ball hard right now. You know, she's a sort of laid back, chilled out type of person. But I like that she's being aggressive and playing.
And Wilder hits it. They hit it across that time. That's White hit it.
Oh, nice play by Peyton.
White hits it across, another
Good job.
Here goes Conley back to Miller.
That was a nice shot by
but
Miller.
Cannot control it, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. You know, and I'm seeing that Miller is winding out back here on this outside, is starting to hit the ball with authority.
Yes, because she's going farther out and staying. She's waiting.
And that's going to be a
nice shot by
play
Bolin.
by Bolin. Yeah. Hits it through and around the double block for the point for Jenkins.
You know, Peyton for Jenkins sets all the way around, so that will change their defense in the front row.
And Miller will go back to serve for Jenkins, and Bailey will come out and in for Jenkins, and I do not have a 27. And that's going to be in. That's going to be a ace, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins. Betty Vaughn, we have a 27 on. I do not have a 27.
I'll think of her name.
Okay. If nothing else, I'll holler down here at Coach Lee, and he'll let us know. Nice jump serve by Miller. And that evens it up at 4-4, and a little energy now by
Yeah.
Jenkins.
And you can see probably why she is leading the team with aces. She's got a really nice serve.
Putting a little mustard on it, and
Oh.
Bailey serve. Bailey just luckily got it up. Deep into the corner, Conley. Sluss goes back and over the top, and guess who? Baker with a kill.
But see, that's where that weak side defense is. You have to work. They're just playing Taylor way too deep. If you see Taylor's rolling or pushing, then you back up. Otherwise, you play her short.
5-4 Knott County Central as Bailey will serve down the middle. White takes it. Free ball. Conley, back set, Miller, it was blocked and it was in, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. Double block, and I did not pick it up. I believe it was Lily that got her hands on it.
I think so.
We don't have the cameras like they do on NCAA volleyball to get right on that line. Free ball. Conley across to Baker, and that's a block.
Oh, that was a nice block. That doesn't happen very much.
And there's Miller.
Nice
play
Miller.
by Conley going back over the top away from Baker on this side, and they wasn't ready for it.
Exactly.
6-5, Knott County Central.
I've always said that setter is your backbone. She's got to know where everybody's at. She's got to know what the other team, where they're moving, where they're not moving to.
And you got to understand that Coach Wilder has changed over there as Baker hits it in the net, and that's point for Knott County. For Jenkins. 6-6 has started going over there and changing the defense and putting.
And she got some life into her team.
Yep.
Sometimes that's all it takes is just a little substitution somewhere.
6-6 as Bailey will serve. Back down the middle, and Bowling gets there in time. Cut shot by Lily, point Jenkins. 7-6 Jenkins. Over the top of the double block. Nice play by Lily. Bailey with another serve. Goes to Sluss. Miller, back set. Baker, point. Knott County Central. 7-7.
See, Bowling was there. She's just a step too far back.
And White will go out, and in will come.
White
will come in, and White will go out. Little alliteration. In system, back set to Baker, and it will fall, and that's going to be point, Knott County Central. Baker with a nice, hits it through the net. Taylor Baker will serve. And it's going to go A-wire, and it's going to be point Knott County Central, 9-7. Reminder that Friday night football at Letcher County Central, and that's going to be a service error. Point Jenkins, 9-8 Knott County Central will be at Letcher County Central. David Adams, Brian Johnson, and I think Jim Bob McCauley will be there as the Leslie County Eagles will come to Letcher County Central. Another left-hand kill for Waddell, and that's going to be point Knott County Central.
Waddell's getting pretty good with that left hand.
(10-8) Sluss to serve. And that's going to go off Wilder, point Knott County Central. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. That one's going to go long, and that's going to be service error, point Jenkins.
That was a good eye by. I like the way that Sophie and Addie follow the ball out of bounds so they know where it's at.
It's a good habit.
It is.
And that's going to come up short, service error. Point Knott County Central. Baker to go back to serve. Baker's did a nice job of serving. Nice up by Wilder. And that's going to be blocked by Bailey, and that's going to be point Knott County Central. I'm not going to say the alliteration this time. I'm going to say it slow. White comes out, White comes in. Baker.
Nice up.
I got to do my tongue exercises.
That was a nice set.
And that's over the top, and that's going to be under the net, I believe, and it was on bowling. And that's going to be a point for Knott County Central.
It's 14-9.
And Jenkins got to stem the tide here. Got to side out here. Baker, another good serve, and there's Bailey, but nice job that time by Miller to get it up. We're playing Pity Pat now.
Yeah.
Let's see who ends Pity Pat, and there's Waddell over the top, but nice job by White.
Oh, I like the way they're playing defense behind these hitters and tippers. Oh,
nice job, but it's not going to cross, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central.
I love this. I love watching defense. I love it. I like these kids just 100% they're giving their body to the ball, to the team.
And cleaning the floor.
Yes.
Baker still serving. And that's going to be a point. Knott County Central. Baker's serving tough right now. 16-9. Jenkins got to come up with something. They got to side out right here.
Yeah, they need to stop the bleeding right here and get the ball back.
Cross on two
nice
by
play
Wilder.
by Peyton.
Waddell with the kill. Point Knott County Central. Looks like we've got a sub, and it's going to be Lily Blair coming in for Kinley Baker. And she will go back to serve. Baker, an outstanding job serving the volleyball. Nice serve. Back to bowling off the block. Nope, no block. It did not cross, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central.
You know, you can tell a big difference with Knott's defense from last week to this week.
Yeah. And, you know, it's early. We've
is.
said it several times even after that, and that is going to be an ace by Blair, and that will make it 19-9, I believe. Nope. Yes, 19-9. Serve by Bailey to Wilder over across. Sluss able to recorrect up, and Waddell is going to have the kill. And Jenkins is going to call a timeout at 20-9, set number 3. Stay with us. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
Welcome back to the campus of Knott County Central, Hometown 24 Bank of Hyman volleyball game of the week. Knott County Central up 2 sets to 0. Up in the third set, 20-9. Timeout by Jenkins. Jenkins has had a good effort.
They have.
It's just closing out the points.
Wait, and you know, every game that I've watched, that's what it's been. And you know, I know the score is a big gap, but they've been some good volleys, some great defensive plays put in here. Yeah, Jenkins is right now. I know they're young, and like you said, it's early. They're having a hard time just closing the game out.
And Lily Blair with another good serve.
Nice up by Sophie. Good set.
Bowling.
That was a nice hit.
And that's going to be point for Jenkins. And that's all Baker could do in the back was to be able to keep it up and unable to get it up to the setter. 21-10, Knott County Central. Baker to Blair. Miller, and that's going to be, I think somebody was in the net.
Somebody was in the net.
So that's going to be a point for Knott County Central as King will come in to serve and Waddell will come out. King short serve, gets it up. Wilder, Sluss comes and gets it, but they're going to call a net violation on Miller for Jenkins, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. King, nice deep serve. Wilder does a nice job of handling it. And that's going to be a point for Jenkins, 23-11. Wilder will go out. Miller to go back to serve.
Yes, it's 23-11, the third set.
Overpass, and there's Lily to put it down for Jenkins, 23-12. And as you said numerous times already tonight, Lily gets up there.
She really does, and that's
overpasses.
From standing. And just, can you imagine if she ever learns how to take a couple of steps
and
to get up?
I don't know if that word's in the dictionary or not.
It is now. You just put it there.
Okay. Over the top, Bailey's there. Blair back to Baker. On 2, Lily over the top. Baker behind the 3-meter line. Nice call by Sluss across to Miller off the block, and that's going to be a point, Knott County Central, and that will lead us to match point number 1.
See, I like the way, Zoe just done. She's hitting the ball. She's not trying to go over that block. She's hitting, and you have to take your chances on getting it blocked or letting it go over, but she's not trying to go over them.
A nice play, and that's going to be a point for Jenkins, 24-13, which leads us once again to match point number 2. And Bowling will go back to serve for the Lady Cavaliers. Telling you as the year goes along, you better watch out for these Lady Cavaliers bats. You better come ready to play.
Yeah, because they will get better as they play.
Lily off the block. And it's saved, and that's going to be down, looks like, and that's going to be, they're going to say it was down, and that's going to be in the match at 25-14.
So the first game was 25-19.
25-15, 25-12, and 25-14. So with that being said, our Alice Lloyd College player of the game, Taylor Baker.
Yeah, she done an outstanding job playing defense and extremely good job of hitting the ball tonight and moving it around.
And like we said, you better watch out for these Jenkins Lady Cavaliers. Knott County Central on a roll now after going down to McCreary County, and looking forward to our next volleyball game. And that next volleyball game will be, and I haven't even really mentioned it, but Friday night, our next football game will be up at Letcher County Central, and will be the Leslie County Eagles versus the Letcher County Central Cougars.
Our next volleyball game will be Wolfe County at Knott County.
How could I forget? Wolfe County at Knott County. And if you're not going to tune in to Hometown 24, come out and watch that, because that's the 2 of the top 3 or 4 teams of the 14th region, and it will be right here at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. Final thoughts, Betty Vaughn?
I thought all around you had, like I said, you had some good volleys, some great defensive plays on both teams. It's just that, like I said, I felt like Knott County stayed more to their game plan and got Jenkins out of sorts, You know, in volleyball, when you start trying to play the other team's game, you're probably going to come out at a loss. But like Jenkins is young. I think they will get better. I know Kayla and Candace, very smart volleyball coaches. They'll figure out how to make their team stronger and better. And like you said, it's early, so every team is they're working. We talked to Shay before the game, you know, and she said, I've changed my lineup a little bit. That's what everybody's trying to do right now. Yeah,
you're tweaking and finding the right combinations and the right chemistry.
Because you've got to, by the end of the year, you've got to be able to jerk somebody off that bench that you need somebody to play defense or somebody to serve for you.
And, you know, October is going to be right around the corner, so you got to keep working and each one of these teams and each team in the 14th region practicing, getting ready to do things.
Exactly.
So, with that being said, I want to thank you to our Hometown 24 crew as always. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to the Knott County Central Administration. And for all those people that tuned in, a big thank you. For that being said, good night, and we'll see you again on volleyball on the 10th with Wolfe County.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.